What's going on, guys? This is Let's Talk Video Games, and we are here for my final video on one of my biggest digital collection I have. These are digital games, so I technically don't own them. So we're here to go over my digital Steam collection. I've been collecting games digitally on Steam for about 3 or 4 years now, ever since I got my Steam Deck. I love my Steam Deck OLED. Love that thing, but I have always mostly been a console gamer. I enjoy playing my games on a big screen, so eventually I decided to go with an NZXT 4090 gaming PC, and well, I haven't looked back since. I really have not played on PlayStation since I bought my PC. I have a huge digital collection on Steam of 1067 games. I have not played all of these games, of course. This is going to be a very long video for you guys, so if you stay till the end, you're awesome. If you don't, I'd understand. Without further ado, let's get into this bad boy. Alrighty, kids, we are about to get into it here. As you see, there are 1067 games. We are gonna go alphabetically here, one by one. But yeah, so let's start this off because it's gonna take me forever. 10 Second Ninja and 10 Second Ninja X. These are very fun games. This is a remake of this one, I think, and this one I have not played at all, actually. Maybe I've just seen like gameplay for it. This one I did play a lot on PlayStation, and I enjoyed my time with it. This I got for free. 198X. This game is awesome. It's sort of like a throwback to your 80s and 90s type of style of games, like your beat 'em ups, your RPGs, stuff like that. It's just really cool. It's a whole bunch of genres combined together to make one story. I quite enjoyed the story of this game, and the art style is beautiful. 8-bit adventure anthology. I enjoy my collections of games. Abzu, I really want to play this game. A company that made Journey, that game company. Ace Combat 7, bought this super cheap, was like $5-6. Had to get it, I heard great things about it. Ace of Seafood, a very weird looking game. Adventures of Pip, back during 2018 I was playing a lot of indie games and 8-bit games, and this was one of the games I played back then, and I really enjoyed my time with that. I thought the boss battles were a very fun time. After Image looks good, but like games like Against the Storm I have no interest in. This type of game really does not pique my interest. Agents of Mayhem, basically the game that kind of started the downfall of Saints Row. If you guys don't know, this is part of the Saints Row series. I enjoyed my time with that one though. Alan Wake American Nightmare, I still need to get to those games. Alex Kidd in Miracle World looks very fun, still have not got to it. Alice Madness Returns. This came out back during the PS3 360 generation, sort of like a clone of your God of War / Zelda type of game, but I've heard great things about it. I still need to get to it. Alien Breed Impact, Alien Breed 2 Assault, Alien Breed 3 Descent. These games I played last year, sort of a remake of the Amiga Alien Breed games. These 3 titles are basically just one game. They came out like a week apart, I think, back when they came out. They're fun, it's just they're very repetitive, and sometimes they would get a little annoying with the difficulty. Alien Isolation, a first-person sneak around game and survive from an alien. That sounds horrifying, so I have not played it yet, but I do love the Alien franchise. Hopefully one day I'll get to it. Alien Rage, a sort of generic first-person shooter. It has a lot of similarities, how it looks, to Crysis. Alien Rampage, Alien Spidey, Alien Colonial Marines. This is a first-person shooter aliens game by 2K. Back when this came out, there was a lot of controversy around it. I enjoyed my time with that. I played it on PS3, which I think was the worst version to play. But I really enjoyed my time with that. That was really fun. Even though it was really buggy, a lot of people hated it. But I think there's like some mod where they actually fixed all the problems that are wrong with it, and it looks great. But I don't mod stuff like that, games specifically. Aliens vs Predator Classic 2000. I love my Aliens games. Aliens vs Predator, this is the 2010 released game where you would play as all three factions, the Predator, the aliens, and the humans. There was a multiplayer mode that was really fun in this. Alone in the Dark 2008. Amanda the Adventurer, I don't know why this is here. Someone probably added it to my Steam library like my nephew. American Fugitive, one of the worst games of all time. I did not enjoy this game. Among Us, it's Among Us back when it released. I enjoyed my time with it a lot, played it with a lot of family during the pandemic. But after that, I feel like mostly everyone dropped off from it. Anno Dunas 2 looks beautiful, but still have not played it. Anno Mutatium, I always thought this game looked very interesting and it had a cool name. Apex Legends. This is one of the only battle royale games that I've actually ever really gotten into. I played it when it released, maybe like 6 months up to a year maybe. I wasn't that good at it. I'm not good at multiplayer games. I suck, but I would enjoy my time playing it with my nephew back when we would play online. We haven't done that in a while though. Apex was fun. Battle Royale's not my thing, or multiplayer in general. Origami 2, Arcade Classics Anniversary Collection. I love my classics collections. Arcade game series Galaga. If you have not played Galaga, definitely buy this. Galaga is so fun. Such a great arcade game. Arcade Paradise, Arkanoid Eternal Battle, Armed and Dangerous. I believe this is an original Xbox game. I'm not sure how this plays though, because I know how older PC titles do play a bit worse than the actual console counterparts. Well, not worse, it's just you have to use a mouse and keyboard, and I'm not about that. I play most of my PC games with a controller. Yeah, I know, ew, but you know, that's how it is. I really don't enjoy playing with the mouse and keyboard. Maybe one day I'll get into that, but not today, sir. Army Men RT. I'm not a huge fan of RTS games. The Artful Escape looks very interesting art style. The Ascent, I used to call this the Ascent. I don't know why I pronounce it that way. I just did. Assassin's Creed. Oh, here we go. We're about to get into Assassin's Creed. So Assassin's Creed, when you play as Altair, I loved it. Back then, I thought it was like a 9 out of 10 game. Really enjoyed my time with this game. I didn't think it was as repetitive as people said it was, but I could see that now. I enjoyed my time with it, especially leading up to the ending. Assassin's Creed 2, which is my favorite maybe Assassin's Creed game. Actually no, maybe the next one is my favorite, but this one is the one everyone loved. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is my favorite. This is the one that I think, I'm not sure, did 2 have multiplayer? I don't think 2 had multiplayer, but Brotherhood did have multiplayer, and I was really trying to get that platinum. I could not get it because multiplayer trophies are atrocious sometimes, and I suck at multiplayer, but I really tried. I actually enjoyed my time with the multiplayer on this game, and the story was awesome. I loved the villain in this, and the ending, thought it was great. Assassin's Creed Revelations, this is maybe my least liked of the Ezio trilogy because he's old. It just skips a big chunk of time. I kind of wanted it to go right after Brotherhood, but it doesn't. It was still good though. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, this is a very long game. I thought it was great. Some people have problems with it. Some people think it's Game of the Year material. I'm not really on either camp. It was nominated at the Game Awards back when it came out. I didn't think it really deserved it. I had a fun time in combat fighting enemies. Assassin's Creed Liberation HD, this is the PlayStation Vita ported game. It came out originally on PS Vita as an exclusive. This one's mid. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, this was one of the last ones I played. I wasn't a huge fan of the ship combat. That was the main thing that kind of put me off of it. Never came back. I got like halfway through the game. I was enjoying the story. At some point you get to a section where you have to do a lot of ship combat sections. I sucked at it, but maybe I'll go back to this one day. Assassin's Creed Unity, the one that everyone hated. I actually quite enjoyed this one. I enjoyed the story, how it took place during the French Revolution. I enjoyed the characters. I thought the parkour was very fun, was different, obviously, since it was like the next generation of gameplay. And there was a lot of like NPCs and stuff. That was like a big thing they were pushing during the trailers, because it came out, I think, at the beginning of the PlayStation 4 generation, sometime around that, I think. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, I believe this is the last one I really tried. I played like the first hour or 2 hours and I stopped playing it. It's the one where you play as 2 characters. It seemed interesting. I was enjoying it. I don't know why I stopped playing it. I just did. Assassin's Creed Origins, this is the newer style of Assassin's Creed games, which I'm not a huge fan of at all. I tried this for maybe an hour, and here's the thing, I didn't hate it. When I play Assassin's Creed, I want Assassin's Creed. I don't want an open world RPG. No offense to anyone that loves these games. Eventually, one day I'll go back to them. Assault Suit Lanos. This is a hard game. Assetto Corsa Asterbreed Definitive Edition. A game that everyone really praises for how good of a shoot 'em up it is. I thought the story was a little confusing, obviously, since it is in a different language in Japanese. I don't know if you actually can change it to English, but I did play it in Japanese, and I thought it was good, but not as good as everyone says it was. Astral Ascent, Astria Six-Sided Oracles, Attack of the Mutant Penguins, Autonauts, Assure Striker Gunvolt, Assure Striker Gunvolt 2. We come to the best game of all time. Baby Shark, Sing and Swim Party. This game really just connects with you on every emotion possible. Anger, rage. It sort of gives off those Last of Us Part 2 emotions, you know, when that one moment happens, except you're feeling that because you installed the game. I got this as part of a bundle for some reason. I think it was like some kid game bundle. It was cheap, so I was like, what am I supposed to do? This is like $10 for 10 games. All right. Baseball Stars 2 looks like a cool classic baseball game. Bat Boy, this I've heard is great from a lot of people that I respect, so I bought it. Batman the Telltale series. I have not played the Batman Telltale games. While we're here, let's go to the Enemy Within as well. I believe this is season 1, season 2. I have not really played this at all, but I kind of dropped off on the Telltale games after I tried Tales from the Borderlands and didn't really enjoy it because I'm not a huge fan of the Borderlands lore. Batman Arkham Asylum Game of the Year Edition, a game I always get like halfway through or a third through it, and I never end up completing it. For some reason, I finished Arkham City, which is the sequel. I rented this through Gamefly because I could. It was around the time that I had Gamefly for the first time. I thought it was such a cool idea, like rent new games, you know? So I was like, they have Arkham City, I'm gonna rent this. Played through the entire game, had never finished Arkham Asylum, but for some reason I finished this one. Arkham Origins, the black sheep of the Arkham games, if you don't count Arkham Origins Blackgate. That's Batman Arkham Origins. I still need to play this, looks great. Batman Arkham Knight, still haven't played that. This is also one of the ones that I've actually played more than the other games for some reason. It was on PlayStation Vita. I did play it there a lot, then I did play it on my Steam Deck. Battle Fantasia, beautiful looking, a very artistical, is that a word? Looking fighting game. Battle Block Theater from the people that made Castle Crashers. Battlefield 1 Revolution, not my favorite Battlefield, but it was good. A lot of people praise this game. Battlefield 3, I enjoy this one a lot. I thought it was great. Battlefield 4 is my favorite Battlefield. I love the story, especially in the beginning, that opening scene where you're in the river and the car and the water's coming in and you kind of have to like shoot it. And there's that song playing. I love this game. Great campaign. Battlefield 5 I still have not played. Battletoads, not played yet. Bayonetta, my favorite Bayonetta, I think by far the best one. Beacon Pines reminds me of Thimbleweed Park. Bee Simulator, another one of those games that really invokes your emotions so much. I actually have not tried it. Bejeweled 2 Deluxe, the Bejeweled games, Bejeweled 3, Bejeweled 1. It's Bejeweled. What more can I say? Beneath Oresa, I don't even know what that is. Beyond Two Souls, a very frowned upon game when it comes to those 3 titles from Quantic Dream with Detroit Become Human and Heavy Rain. I love Detroit Become Human. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Beyond Two Souls, I also think is very great. I don't think it's as bad as people say. I enjoyed the story quite a bit. Platinum did back on PlayStation 3. Still have not played Heavy Rain. Binary Domain, the collection. I am currently playing this game. I might make a review for it on the channel. A great third-person shooter. The best Gears of War clone. Such a shame how much this game sold. I think it only sold like 300,000 copies. Bionic Commando. This was the reboot of Bionic Commando in 2008. Bionic Commando Rearmed, BioShock, BioShock Remastered, BioShock 2, BioShock 2 Remastered, BioShock Infinite. My favorite BioShock is BioShock 2 because you actually play as the Big Daddy. I need to replay these games because I have a weird take on these. Like, I enjoyed 2, then Infinite, then 1. I thought 1 was the worst. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying like it was the most boring one for me, probably because there's no cutscenes. I guess there was unique gameplay. It's just I wanted to play as the Big Daddy when I first bought BioShock, and I was expecting that but didn't get that until 2. That's the main reason why I had problems with 1. But honestly, it's probably the better game. I just need to replay them. I did play them when I was a teenager. Bite, Black Skylands. Again, I'm just saying, when we're younger, we make mistakes on things that we think. At random sidebar, I used to think that movie with Liam Neeson was amazing, 10 out of 10. Taken, and I recently watched it a couple weeks ago and I was like, what the heck was I thinking? So, you know, we get things wrong all the time. Black Hole, Blacktail, Blade and Sorcery. This is a VR game, not mine. I believe this was bought by my nephew and I have it here because of the family sharing thing. Blades of Time, Blasphemous, Blasphemous 2. 2 very unique sort of 2D Souls-like games. Very difficult, but they look beautiful. Blaster Master Zero. This is the first, second, and third one. I believe these are sort of like reboots on old games. I'm not sure on that though. I love these covers though. Oh, this is another one of those games I got free with that kid bundle. Blaze and the Monster Machines Axle City Racers. Blood Knights, Blood Omen 2 Legacy of Kain. I think this recently got a remake or remaster. Bloodshore, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2, and Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Ritual of the Night is by far the worst one. Ritual of the Night, which was the main game that they were advertising. These were sort of like side games to promote this game, and they ended up better than the actual game itself. This game was good. It just made me rage quit games for a while because I was trying to get the platinum for it. I would go into a room and like just clear out the room and go back out, then go back in. I was trying to level myself up. I was getting wrecked by one of the bosses. Eventually I just quit on it like 80% through the game. Blue Estate, Body Cam, another family shared game. Bomb Rush, Cyberpunk, The Bookwalker, Borderlands 2, the Borderlands is considered the best one. Borderlands 3, I have not played these 2 yet. I've dabbled in 2. Borderlands Game of the Year edition, and then Borderlands the pre-sequel. Have not played pre-sequel. Borderlands 1 is the main Borderlands that I've actually put more time into. I've never finished it, but put in like 15 to 20 hours and then bounce. For some reason, I enjoyed my time with it. I thought it was great. The combat was great. I just, for some reason, would bounce off of it and would never really get to 2. Bound by Flame. Boxes, I don't even know what this is. Bullets per minute. This looks like a Doom-esque shooting game where I think there's like a rhythm at play during gameplay. Bravery and Greed. Breakneck. Brewmaster Beer Brewing Simulator. Bridge Constructor, The Walking Dead, the best Walking Dead game. Jake Brink, what Brink could have been, guys. Broforce, Brothers in Arms, Earned in Blood, Brothers in Arms, Hell's Highway, Brothers in Arms, Road to Hill 30. I really enjoyed these games back in the day on PS2 and the original Xbox. I haven't tried them in a long time though. I don't remember them at all. This was like thousands of games ago. Brutal Legend. I still need to play this with Jack Black. Brutal Sports Football, Slaps and Beans 2, Bullet Witch, Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, Bully Scholarship Edition. If you are a fan of Bully, which I am technically not because I've never played it, just know that we're probably never gonna get a Bully 2 because of Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead. That's basically all that Rockstar is ever gonna make now, probably. The Bunker, Burnout Paradise Remastered. Love my racing games. This is sort of a open world one. Not a huge fan of open world games. So this one I would say is my least favorite Burnout game. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is the GOAT of Call of Duty games. I think that will always be it for me. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is the best multiplayer, the best campaign, and the zombies mode is great. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, another great installment in the Call of Duty franchise. The story is very weird in this one though, but I kind of like the weird direction it takes. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 2011. This is my favorite Modern Warfare. Call of Duty World at War, the game that started zombies. Call of Juarez Bounded Blood. My favorite Call of Juarez, Gunslinger, a cel-shaded first-person shooter. Very fun. Call of the Sea. I was very interested in this game back when it was on Game Pass, so I bought it here on Steam, or I got it as part of a bundle and still not got to it. The Callisto Protocol. This came out a couple months before the Dead Space remake, and I was very much looking forward to this one, I think more than the Dead Space remake at the time, because it was being developed by the guy that was involved in Dead Space 1, which is my favorite Dead Space. And I platinumed it on PlayStation 5. I think overall it's a solid game. I think it's good. It has some problems with it though. Capcom Arcade Stadium and Arcade Stadium 2, a lot of classic games in these two here. I'm very happy they made these, by the way. Capcom Beat 'em Up Bundle. Capcom Fighting Collection. This comes with a lot of your Dark Stalkers games on here. Armageddon Max Damage. I haven't really played too much of this one, but looks interesting. Carry On. This I always thought looked like a very unique game, gameplay wise. Cassette Beasts, Castle Crashers. I have a huge hatred for Castle Crashers, if you guys don't know. I don't know if I mentioned it in another video, but let's go into it right now, okay? Castle Crashers, I hate. Here's the thing. I know that people love this game. It's more of a love-hate relationship because I know it's good, but I just hate it so much because of the music. My nephews and niece would always play this game a lot, and I would just hear it in the background constantly, and it would annoy the crap out of me. Yeah, hate Castle Crashers. Castle of Illusion, a remake of the Sega Genesis game. I love this remake, even though I've never played the original. This game is awesome. Castlevania Anniversary Collection. Castlevania Lords of Shadowmere Fate HD. This is the 3DS ported game. Castlevania Lords of Shadow Ultimate Edition. This is my favorite Castlevania game. I know that's a weird take, but I honestly have not played too much of the 2D Castlevania games. I've tried them here and there, obviously, because they're classics, but I've never really gotten into them. I feel like they're very puzzly and you gotta figure things out. I don't know. It's just not my thing, but Lords of Shadow is more my gameplay style, like God of War-esque type gameplay. I really love this game. I think it's great. Lords of Shadow 2, what a disappointment, man. There's like stealth sections in the Castlevania. I hate that there's stealth sections in Lords of Shadow 2. That opening was so fun, and then the game just becomes so boring. I don't know why. Cathedral, Tattisons, interesting name. Cats in Time, Cavern of Dreams, Celeste. I still need to play Celeste. Heard great things about you, Celeste. Chariot, Chicken Little. Oh, let's get into Chicken Little, guys. Child of Light. Still have not played this. I think it's a turn-based RPG. Children of Silent Town. Interesting art style. Chop. It's just called Chop. I have no idea what this is. Chorbs or Chorus. Okay, like, sidebar. Why is this game called Chorus? And then you could clearly see this is a V, right? So why did they do it that way? They're trying to be cute with the font or like what? Cuzzle or Chuzzle Deluxe Citizen Sleeper. I think the second one just came out recently. Civ City Rome Classic Marathon. I think Bungie just showed off Marathon, the new one. Claws of Fury, Cloudpunk, Cobra Kai the Karate Kid saga continues. I love the Cobra Kai show. I got this as part of a bundle, but I do want to play it one day. I enjoy my terrible games, I'll tell you that. Code Vein, Cold Fear, a very survival horror, sort of Resident Evil-esque. You were on a boat, came out back during the PlayStation 2 Xbox generation, the 6th generation of consoles. The Complex, Condemned Criminal Origin, Conflict Denied Ops, Contra Anniversary Collection, Contra Rogue Corps, What Happened to Contra Man. And I wish they would have it available to purchase, that Hard Corps Uprising game. Control Ultimate Edition, Remedy at their best gameplay wise. If you guys have not played Control, play Control. It's a very confusing game, but the gameplay is so freaking fun. Coral Island, Coromon, Corridor Z, Count Lucanor, Counter-Strike, Counter-Strike 2. Not in a Counter-Strike, guys, at all. I got these for like dirt cheap. They're always on sale. Crash Time 3, Crime Boss Rock Case City. I actually really want to try this game. Chris Tales, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, a remake of the PlayStation Portable title. I think I played this last year as well. I thought it was fun. Critter Crunch, a great looking little fun matching game. Crisis Remastered, Crisis Warhead, Crisis Wars, Crisis 2 Remastered, Crisis 3 Remastered. Starting with my favorite, Crisis 2. I love Crisis 2. I think it is not as open as 1, but it's much more streamlined than the original. I really enjoy the campaign in this, and gameplay wise looks amazing and feels amazing. Crisis 1 is a classic game. If you guys don't remember that joke, can it run Crisis, is because Crisis has always looked amazing and basically could break computers from back in the day. Crisis 3 is my least favorite. It tries to do both. It tries to be streamlined, but then there's open sections, and it was good. I don't know. I kind of wish it would have just picked a direction. Cyberhook, Daemon X Machina, Dark Void. Dark Void is Dark Void, I enjoy it in case you don't know. Dark Void Zero, I had no idea this game existed before I bought a PC. The Darkness 2, I love the Darkness games. I think they're very unique first person shooters where you sort of have like the arms as you see here in the picture. And you could like rip enemies apart. It's super fun, and the story of 2 is great. Darksiders Genesis. The original Darksiders is my favorite Darksiders. It's sort of a God of War, Zelda type of game meshed in together, and I enjoy it quite a bit. War is my favorite writer. Darksiders Genesis. This isn't a Darksiders game. I don't know why this game exists. The cutscenes are cool, but I really don't enjoy the gameplay in this. It's super, I don't know, not Darksiders. Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition, my second favorite Darksiders game. You play as Death. This one is more puzzle heavy than the original. It feels bigger than the original, but I think it does take longer to complete this. This game is pretty awesome. This was one of the first games I actually played on the laptop I got when I was going from the Steam Deck to a laptop and becoming a PC gamer. Darksiders 3, I also played this. As you see here, I put in 27.4 hours on Darksiders 2 and 23.1 hours on Darksiders 3. I did complete both of them on PC. Darksiders 3 I thought was great. Some people had problems with this game because it feels at a smaller budget and it is sort of a Souls type of game, but I thought the boss battles were great. I had a blast with them. Darksiders War Master Edition, this was the remaster of Darksiders 1. Dark Day of Defeat Source. Day of the Tentacle Remastered, Damer 1998. Days Gone, I have no idea if the remaster or whatever that is for PS5 is out yet. It might already be out, but I think it's like a $10 upgrade. Dead Island 2, I put in 22.2 hours on this on PC. I enjoyed this quite a lot. I thought it was great. Gameplay wise, it's the best Dead Island. It's also the best looking one, but I feel like it's sort of missing something. It tries to be a little too cute sometimes in the story with the writing. That is the main reason why I prefer Dead Island Definitive Edition and Dead Island Riptide Definitive Edition. These games technically are terrible, right? Graphics wise, they look bad and there's a lot of bugs in the games, but it's such a fun time, especially with friends or even by yourself. There's some glitches you can do where you can make your guns infinite, or you could even play online with people and they could just hand you an infinite gun and you could take it back to your game by yourself and just freaking murder these zombies. I enjoy these games quite a bit, especially around the time that Dead Island 1 released and we had that trailer for Dead Island that was like super sad and everyone was expecting like this amazing game. It's kind of a funny story when you think about it. Dead Island Retro Revenge, Dead Rising, Dead Rising 2, Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, Dead Rising 3 Apocalypse Edition, Dead Rising 4. Have never really put any time into these. The only one I've ever really tried was Dead Rising 3, and that was back during the Xbox One release. Dead Space, this is the remake. Dead Space 2, Dead Space the original 2008 release, and then Dead Space 3. I thought the remake was great. I still prefer the original, like I always kind of do with these remakes. There's always like something that I prefer in the original. I don't know, it might be nostalgia talking, but I always prefer the originals. The Dead Space games are awesome. Dead Space 3 less so, but it's still technically a good game. I just think it has a lot of problems with it. Deadlight Director's Cut. This I played actually on PlayStation and I got the platinum for it, which is freaking hard. I think you have to play the entire game without dying once, and it's like super hard. Deadly Days, Deadly Premonition 2, Deadly Premonition Director's Cut. I've heard they're very weird, quirky games. Dear Esther Landmark Edition, Death Stranding Director's Cut. Hideo Kojima at his finest, the creator of Metal Gear Solid and Zone of the Enders, also made this Death Stranding, and I believe Death Stranding 2 is right around the corner. I think it's like June something, and so in a couple months or in a month. Death Track Resurrection, Deathmatch Classic, Death Spank Thongs of Virtue, The D Dynasty, Deja Vu 2 MacVenture series, Deja Vu Descenders, Destroy All Humans remake, Destroy All Humans 2 remake, Reprobed. I enjoyed these quite a bit. I had never played the originals on PS2, but I did own them on PlayStation 4 when they did remaster them back during the PlayStation 4 generation. And I did play them a little bit there, but these remakes are very good, especially I think 1 is better than 2, but 2 is definitely very fun with that Godzilla section. So good. Destroyer the U-Boat Hunter, again, Does X Game of the Year Edition, Does X Invisible War, Does X Human Revolution Director's Cut. This is probably the only one I'm interested in playing. Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. I love Devil May Cry 4. I remember playing this on PlayStation 3 and I was enjoying the heck out of it. You get like halfway through the game and then there's like a perspective change with the characters, and I thought I was like getting towards the end of the game, so it was very awesome to see that I had another like half of the game left, right? I just love Devil May Cry 4. I think it's a very good game. Some people have problems with it though. Devil May Cry HD Collection, a collection of the original 3 Devil May Cry games from the PlayStation 2 generation. My favorite out of all of these is the original Devil May Cry because it's a weird game. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Devil May Cry is sort of a failed Resident Evil game. So when they were making Resident Evil 4, one of the versions they were making eventually became this first Devil May Cry. And they just basically went along with it and made a new series, which is kind of cool to think that they created a series from a failed version of another series with Resident Evil 4. Devil May Cry 1 I love so much. This is a game I replay a lot. It was one of the original games that I actually would play a lot on the PlayStation 2. Devil May Cry 2 is the first game me and my brother ever bought for the PlayStation 2. I loved it at the time because this was the first one I tried. Back in the day, there wasn't really all this hate around games, especially because not everyone was on the internet or Twitter or X or whatever you call it. Back then, you just played a game, you enjoyed it. It was a fun time, honestly. Devil May Cry 3, I have never really played too much of. I know that's a crime, but I will fix that crime eventually. Dolobin Ultra, Disco Elysium, Dishonored, the only Dishonored I played, Dishonored 2, Dishonored Death of the Outsider, the Disney Afternoon Collection, Disney Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. I kind of want to try this just to see how bad it looks. Disney Speedstorm, Disney Winnie the Pooh, Disney Pixar Brave, oh my lord, that looks weird. Disney's Hercules, Disney's The Jungle Book. I'm just gonna stop saying Disney. Treasure Planet Battle of Procyon, is that how you say it? I love the Treasure Planet movie, by the way. That's the main reason I bought these, is because I have this fascination with tied-in games from back in the day. DMC, the Devil May Cry that everyone hates. I think gameplay wise this is a great game, but it throws a lot of shade at the original Dante. That's probably why this didn't take off. Angered the fan base so much that they had to go back on it. Dome Keeper, Donut County, Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 2, Doom 64. Love the Doom games, especially this 2016 reboot. Love these games. Doom Eternal. Overall, I think I prefer this 2016 one. Doom Eternal, I enjoy this one more than Doom Eternal, although I think overall Doom Eternal is probably a better game. This one was longer than the original, and I kind of like how concise and short this one is. Dork and Yump, Double Cross, Double Dragon Gaiden Rise of the Dragons, Double Dragon Trilogy, Downwell, Dragon Age 2, Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Edition, Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition. I've only really played this Dragon Age. I've kind of dipped my toes into Inquisition and what was that new one, the Veilguard. Dragon Age is done, I think, after that game. Dragon Ball FighterZ, my favorite 2D fighter, one of the best looking games of all time, my favorite fighting game of all time. Dragon Ball FighterZ, if you've not tried it and you're a Dragon Ball fan, you definitely need to play this. Dragon Ball Xenoverse, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Not a huge fan of the Xenoverse games. I enjoyed playing the original back when it released on PlayStation 4, but this one, I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan of RPGs. So Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, sort of a letdown when it came out. I enjoyed it, didn't like how inconsistent it was with how characters would speak during certain scenes, and sometimes they just wouldn't speak and it was just, you basically just had to scroll through text. But the cutscenes looked amazing. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, a couple years ago, finally got into Dragon's Dogma, this Dark Arisen release. I played it on PlayStation 4. Enjoyed it. Didn't really get into the Dark Arisen expansion. Like I said, RPG is not my thing. I basically just got up to the dragon fight, killed the dragon, and I ended it there. Draw Slasher, also on PlayStation Vita. I wonder how you play this, probably with the mouse. Dream Scraper, Driver Parallel Lines, DuckTales Remastered, Duke Nukem 3D 20th Anniversary World Tour, Duke Nukem Forever. People really hate this game. It was 12 years in development hell. I thought it was a good time. Dungeons and Dragons Chronicles of Mystra, Dust and Elysian Tale, Dying Light 2 Stay Human. This is the Reloaded edition that I did buy this past December because it was on sale. Dying Light, like I said, I enjoy the Dead Island games. This is from the developers that made Dead Island. They moved on to Dying Light. I do enjoy this first entry more than the second one, but the soundtrack in the second one is impeccable. I love that soundtrack. There was an update for the second one where you could finally use guns. I thought was a weird choice in the beginning that you could not use guns until this Reloaded edition came out. Earth Atlantis, The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Game of the Year Edition. This is the 2009 release. Eldest Souls, LX2, Empyrean Galactic Survival, Encased, Encodia, Enemy Front. This is a game by Crytek, developers of Crysis. This does not have the best reviews. Enslaved Odyssey to the West Premium Edition. I bought this for like $2 back when I had the first LCD Steam Deck. I love Enslaved. I did play this back on the PlayStation 3 when it released in 2011. It's such a fun game. If you have not tried this, make sure you do buy this before it gets delisted one day. I feel it will get delisted. The Entropy Center, Escape Dead Island, a weird game. I think it's like a stealth third-person Dead Island game where you have hallucinations. Why does this game exist? The Evil Within, I enjoy the Evil Within games. Both of them are quite good. From the creator of Resident Evil 4, Shinji Mikami. The Excavation of Hobbs Barrow, Expeditions Rome, Explodamon, Extinction, one of the worst looking games of all time, Babledom, Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy Remastered. I believe this is a game by Quantic Dream, I want to say. Fiery Fencer F, Fallout. We'll never play this. Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 are more over the head perspective than the other ones. Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition. I played this on Series X though last year when the show came out, and I very much enjoyed Fallout 3. Fallout 4 I also thought was great. As you see there, I put in 32.6 hours. I actually did finish the game. I finally played the Fallout games. Man, that's so weird to say because I've never really been into Fallout. I tried Fallout 3 back when it released on PS3. Wasn't a huge fan, and the show sparked fandom in me, and I went through all of them and newer with the first person perspective ones. Fallout 76, we'll never play that. Fallout New Vegas, I put in 19.2 hours. That was pretty good. I prefer 3 over New Vegas, but New Vegas is definitely like a 1 inch behind it. I don't know why I said inch, but Fallout Tactics, Far Cry 2, Far Cry 3, my favorite Far Cry. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, a sort of different take on Far Cry. It's set during the 80s. Love the soundtrack on this. Far Cry 4. This game was really good. Gameplay wise, I think it's better than 3. The villain isn't really as compelling as the Voss in 3. Far Cry 5 I still have not played. Far Cry 6 I haven't played yet. Far Cry New Dawn still haven't played. Far Cry Primal, this was the last one I played because this did release after 4, so I went from Far Cry 4 to Far Cry Primal. Far Cry Primal was good. I really didn't like the gameplay in it. That was kind of annoying. They had to build these things to shoot arrows, and I don't know. It was fine. 7 out of 10, guys. Far Lone Sales, Fashion Police Squad, Fear Extraction Point, Fear 2 Project Origin, and Fear 3. My favorite Fear is Fear 2. It has the best story. Fear 1 I really love because it's a classic, and Fear 3 I enjoyed as well. It had like a multiplayer that I thought was quite fun. It had like wave mode as well. These Fear games, if you have not played them, definitely play them before they're delisted. They just closed down the studio as well that made these. They were working on that Wonder Woman game, Fear Effect Sedna, Feeding Frenzy 2 Shipwreck Showdown Deluxe, love Feeding Frenzy, Figment 2, Final Exam, Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is the Pixel Remastered Collection. I'm not a turn-based guy. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Still have not really put much time on it. I bought it on PC because I wanted to play the best version of it. Also have it on PS5, put in 20 hours on that. That's basically gone because I'm not gonna go back to that. I would prefer to play the better version. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. I love Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. This is one of the best remakes, if not the best remake of all time. This is only part 1 of the remake, so I still need to finish Rebirth, but so far, it's hands down the best remake. It's up there with Resident Evil 2 Remake. Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, Final Fantasy 16, a very underappreciated, underrated Devil May Cry-esque style of gameplay. The person that did make the combat for Devil May Cry worked on this. The story was great. I thought it was awesome. I wouldn't say it's Game of the Year material, back when it came out. I definitely enjoyed my time with it. I just hated Sid and his daughter. Those missions where she like sends you to get like this random stuff, and I hated those. Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 HD. Finding Nemo. Oh, this looks fun. I don't know though. Should I install this, guys? It might make my PC crash. Who knows? The graphics are too intense, I think. Firewatch. Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Flashback. Or actually, I think this is a remake of Flashback. Fallout 2. I just said Fallout 2. Guys, I'm going crazy here. We're barely on F. Fallout 2. I just said it again. Flat Out 2. Flock. Florence. I need to play this. I think I own this on everything. Flower. If you have not played Flower, you need to give this a shot. This is developed by that game company. They also made Journey, Abzu, Foreclosed, Fort Solis. I think Troy Baker is in this game. Forza Horizon 4 was being delisted from Steam, so I bought that complete edition for like 20 bucks or so, 20 or 30 bucks, I forget how much it was. I have one complaint about Forza Horizon 4 and Microsoft in general. I have no idea why they delisted this game. It only came out in what, 2018, 2020, not even 10 years ago, I think. But they delisted, like why? I don't get it, Microsoft. Why you do these things, Microsoft? Freedom Fighters, Brogun, From Dust, From Space, Front Mission Evolved, the only Front Mission game I've ever played, which I think is considered the worst. That happens to me a lot. I play a lot of the worst versions of games and then I'm like, the series not that great. People get mad at me. Full Throttle, Fun with Ragdolls, Gadget Twins, Ganryu 2? This looks interesting. Actually, I think I bought this. Maybe it was featured on Metal Jesus Rocks. Jason, if you guys don't know who Metal Jesus Rocks is, his content's great. He mentioned this in one of his videos, I think. That's the main reason I bought it. Garden Life, a cozy simulator. Definitely need to get to this one. Garfield Kart, Furious Racing, Garu Mark of the Wolves, Gary's Mod, Gauntlet, Gears 5, my second favorite Gears game. Well, maybe third behind Gears 1, Gears 3, and then Gears 5. But honestly, I think I would choose Gears 5 over Gears 3. Ghost 1.0, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Ghostbusters, the video game remastered, Ghost Runner 2. I think I got both of these in Humble Choice bundles. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection, Giga Wrecker, Glitch Busters, Gnog. What the heck is this? God Eater 3, Golden Light, the Golf Club 2019 featuring PTA Tour. I would never buy this game, ever. I probably got it in a bundle or free or something. Golf Gang Science Station, Golf It, Garagoa, a very fun little puzzle game. Gotham Knights, I still have not played Gotham Knights. From the people that developed Arkham Origins. Grand Theft Auto 4, the complete edition. Okay, another little sidebar. Why Rockstar? Why have they not remastered this game? This game is just stuck on old hardware. You could play it here on Steam, right? You could play it on Xbox Series X through the backwards compatibility. But they did that remaster for the San Andreas, Vice City, and 3. Obviously, people did not love those because of the direction they took with AI. Why haven't they remastered this? I feel like that would sell 10 million copies on release like that collection did. Gravity Circuit, Grifflands, Grim Fandango Remastered, Grease, amazing looking game and very beautiful when it comes to the story. Beautiful. A Guidebook of Babel, Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R. That's a mouthful. Gun. Do you guys remember Red Dead Revolver? This gun game sort of reminds me of that. It's sort of like a Red Dead game, but like that older version of Red Dead with Red Dead Revolver. Gungrave Gore, as you guys see there, I put in 11.8 hours. This is one of the worst and best games I've ever played in my life. Okay, maybe not best game, but this is one of those games where it's so bad it's good. There's like hundreds of enemies, like, okay, maybe not hundreds, but you get my point. A lot of enemies just running at you, you're just like mowing them down. And that's the cringiest story. The Gunk, the worst name ever. Guns, Gore, and Cannoli, Guns, Gore, and Cannoli 2, Gorumon, A Monstrous Adventure, Habroxia and Habroxia 2. Shout out to Lily Mo Games, also Colin Moriarty. I do listen to Sacred Symbols. I love that podcast. Been listening to Colin since probably middle school. These Habroxia games, amazing. Love them. They're so good. Especially Habroxia 2, man. The music, oh my. If you miss like these old style type of like shooters or side-scrolling games, definitely buy Habroxia and Habroxia 2. They're super cheap too. I think they're like 10 bucks, and most of the time you get them for like 5 bucks. Such a steal. These should be like 20, 30 bucks, honestly. But again, I'm not saying games should cost more. I'm just saying I would pay more for it. Dot Hack GU Last Recode. This is a collection, I think, of Dot Hack games. Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. All these Half-Life games, I don't know what any of these are. I've never played Half-Life. I got them for like $1 each, I think. Half-Life 1 and 2. Halo Spartan Assault. Halo Spartan Assault. I said it again. God damn it. Halo Spartan Assault. Halo Spartan Strike. The best Halo games. I'm just playing, guys. It's Halo 4. Halo the Master Chief Collection. I played this a couple years ago. Went through the whole Halo franchise when I first got my Series X. My first Series X, I've had 3. Really enjoyed the Halo games. I still think that Halo 5 is probably the worst Halo, but you know, yeah. Hamilton's Great Adventure, Happy Game, Heart Reset Redux, Hatred. This game here, it's a game about shooting people. You know, they were trying to cash in on the shootings back when this came out. I haven't played it myself. I bought it because I was interested in why people hated it so much, and I kind of wanted to look into it and see if it's like true that this game is just dumb, you know. But yeah, maybe I'll try it one day, but I have heard that it's terrible, and they're probably right. Heavy Rain, the only Quantic Dream game I haven't played. Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice is the VR edition. I do prefer the second Hellblade. Story-wise, it's amazing. It is short, but I honestly don't care about length when it comes to my games. When it comes to my video games, I don't care about the length of the game. I care about the experience overall. If I enjoyed my time with it and it was 2 hours or it was 20 hours, it really doesn't matter to me as long as I enjoyed every second of it. That's the main point, I think, of enjoying games. Love the Hellblade games. Definitely wear a headset when playing those games. The sound design is amazing in those games. Helldivers, the first Helldivers, very much a lower budget game than Helldivers 2. Never really played it. I do have Helldivers 2 on PS5, but I will probably never play that because I'm not into multiplayer stuff. Hellpoint, Her Story, Heretic's Fork, Hero of the Kingdom, The Lost Tales, Heresy, Hidden and Dangerous 2, Hidden Dangerous, Hi-Fi Rush. I still have not played this. This was the last game that Tango worked on before they were sold. They were shut down first and then sold. I think they are making Hi-Fi Rush 2 now though. High on Life. This game I think came out exclusively through Game Pass when it first came out and then came to PS5. Still need to play this, but I definitely will be playing the PC version since I do have it here. Hitman 2, Silent Assassin, Hitman Blood Money, Hitman Absolution, my favorite Hitman game, which is everyone's least favorite, Hitman Sniper Challenge, Hoa, Hogwarts Legacy. I've put in 2.3 hours at Hollow, Survivor's Prologue, Homefront The Revolution. I very much enjoy these Homefront games. Very fun first-person shooters. Stories are quite good. Homeworld 3, The Hong Kong Massacre, a sort of more realistic take on your Hotline Miami-esque gameplay. Horizon Chase Turbo, Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition, Horizon Chase Turbo. This is a great arcade racing game. Horizon Zero Dawn, I prefer Forbidden West, but this game I thought was quite good. I don't think it's as amazing as people said it. I think it was nominated for Game of the Year along with Breath of the Wild. It was between like those two, I think. Platinum did, I guess. Hotline Miami 2, loved the soundtracks in the Hotline Miami games. Hot Shot Racing, the House of the Dead remake. I love the House of the Dead games. I think they're some of the funnest games. I love zombie games in general. Humankind, Hunt Down, Hyper Violent, I Am Alive. I have a funny story for I Am Alive. I've only played 66 minutes of it, but I swear I have a story. I played this on PS3. Back when I was in high school, I was asked to do an essay on some book, right? And I couldn't find like a book that I was interested in at all. So I just lied and said that I Am Alive was a book. Wrote a whole essay about this game after I had played it, and the teacher just believed me. I just said that the author was the developer, the guy that made the game, and they gave me like an A. It was crazy. Crazy story. Sometimes video games help, guys. Ibn Nob, Icy, Immortals Phoenix Rising, your Breath of the Wild copycat, Impossible, In Between, In Sound Mind, Indie Mixtape, Infinity Runner, Infraspace, Injustice 2. I have a huge hatred for NetherRealm Studios now. Injustice, Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition. I enjoy this game a lot. I think it's great. It's a great fighting game, a great selection and characters. But Injustice 2, there's so many microtransactions in this game, it really pisses me off. I enjoy Mortal Kombat 11, but with Mortal Kombat 1, I'm done with NetherRealm. When it comes to buying their games, I basically wait for my nephew to buy them and then I play them that way. I'm not gonna pay for another NetherRealm microtransaction infused mess. In Culinati, Inside, still have not played Inside. Intravenous 2, Inversion. I have a review on the channel of this game. It's one of my first videos, so don't judge me for it. You know, we all start out in a certain space when it comes to the quality of our content. Inversion, I enjoyed my time with it. Not an amazing game, but definitely a game I think that deserves to be played. The Invincible, Iron Commando, Itura, It'll Do 2 Plus, Jack Move. What is this? This looks interesting. Jade Empire Special Edition, a game by the folks that made Mass Effect, Jagged Alliance 3, Joe Danger 2, the movie, Journey, that game company. Still have not played Journey, by the way. Just Cause 2, Just Cause 3, Just Cause 4. Still have not really played any of these. Just Cause 2 is the only one I really put any time into. Back on the PS3, it was free with PlayStation Plus, so I got it there. Didn't really finish it at all. Kane and Lynch 2 Dog Days. This is the only Kane and Lynch game I actually played. I tried the first one, but I never completed it. Kane and Lynch 2 was fun. Karateka, Karma City Police, Karmazu, Katamari Damacy Reroll, Kaze and the Wild Masks, another game I bought because Metal Jesus rocks. That guy's cool. Ken Follett's The Pillars of Earth, Killer is Dead Nightmare Edition, Killer 7, King of Dragon Pass, The King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited Match. I love the King of Fighters games, some of my favorite Neo Geo SNK games. The King of Fighters 97 Global Match, The King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Final Edition, The King of Fighters 13 Steam Edition. This is the best looking, I think, King of Fighters game. Love the art style in this, the art direction, I mean. King of the Castle, Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign, Knit Underground. This is a uniquely styled graphically, let me just use all these big words to express myself. Knit Underground, I think beautifully graphically intense. Let's just say that. Chromia Omega, shout out to Rocket Shift, my nephew, and Riot Oberbill, my other nephew. LA Noire, The Lab, The Lighters League. I need to go back to LA Noire, by the way. Lara Croft and The Guardian of Light, The Last Blade, The Last Blade 2, Last Call BBS, The Last Campfire, The Last of Us Part 1. What? It says I put in 51 hours. That is a lie. How did that happen? I honestly have not put in that much time into this version of The Last of Us Part 1. Don't get me wrong, I have played The Last of Us Part 1, or just The Last of Us in general, probably more than any game. But 51 hours? I have a feeling like that's wrong. Why is that like that? I must have left it running at some point. Last Stop, Late Shift. This is a unique game. Sort of like a movie decision making game. Lead and Gold, Gangs of the Wild West, Left 4 Dead 2, I've tried the Left 4 Dead games. I've just never really been into that like wave map type of games. Maybe I'll go back to one. It's just I don't play games with people. So if I play this game, I'm just gonna get destroyed over and over again by the zombies. Legacy of Kain Defiance, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2, Legendary. I need to go back and play this. This is like a game that no one ever talks about. Legends, Lego 2K Drive. Hate this game. This is one of the worst kart racers. It's just terrible. I hate the driving mechanics in it. Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham, Lego City Undercover. I need to get to this one day. Lego Harry Potter Years 1 through 4. Lego Harry Potter, Mr. Potter. What am I, guys? Lego Harry Potter Years 5 through 7. Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. Lego Star Wars 3. Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. Lego The Hobbit. Lego Lord of the Rings. Lego Life is Strange. No, no, it's not Lego Life is Strange. Life is Strange True Colors. The worst Life is Strange. Not bad, by the way. I love Life is Strange games. Life is Strange 1 is probably my favorite. Life is Strange 2 is technically probably the best one. Probably my favorite too. I don't know. I can't choose, but definitely True Colors is not my favorite. It's good. It's really good, but it's not 10 out of 10 like Life is Strange 1 because they don't say hella like 1,000 times. Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13. This is the third installment in the 13 series. Limbo. I always start Limbo. I never finish Limbo. I'm just in Limbo. Little King's Story. Little Orpheus. I bought this game back when I got the Steam Deck OLED, my second Steam Deck. This is my third, by the way, also an OLED. Bought Little Orpheus because I thought it looked very good. As you see there, it looks very colorful. The greens pop and everything. So this would look great on the Steam Deck OLED. I downloaded it once and I never played it. That's what it says 5 hours, but I swear I must have left that on as well. Local Cycle, Lodalnaut, Looking for Aliens, Lost Eidolons, Lost Planet Extreme Condition, Lost Planet 3. My favorite Lost Planet is Lost Planet 2. Loft Trousers, Mad Max. I need to go back to Mad Max, man. It has like an Arkham combat style. Mafia Definitive Edition. This is a remake of Mafia 1. Great remake, I think pretty good. Mafia 2, my favorite Mafia 2 Definitive Edition. I love the story in this. I love Vito. Vito's my favorite character. Vito comes out in Mafia 3, but he's not the main character. Mafia 3 also great. It's just a little too open world for me. Mag Runner Pulse Maneater. Maneater is a great game. If you guys have not played Maneater, it's the best time you can have in an underwater game. You sort of evolve from a shark to a shark that electrifies people when you bite them. Super fun, very wacky game. Manhunt. I've never played Manhunt. Manic Mechanics. Marlow Briggs. Mars Warlogs. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. This is one of my favorite Marvel vs. Capcom games. I very much enjoy Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. The art direction is terrible. It almost looks like a fan-made Marvel vs. Capcom, but the combat is really good. Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy. This game is also very good. There's times when you're like shooting enemies that it gives off Avengers vibes, and the reason for that is I think this was also in development during that. They saw the negativity around Marvel's Avengers and they tried to course correct, and they obviously couldn't take out all the similar gameplay. Marvel's Midnight Suns, Mass Effect Andromeda Deluxe Edition, Mass Effect Legendary Edition. This is the collection of all 3 Mass Effects. I need to play these, man. Well, maybe not Andromeda, but at least these. Master levels for Doom 2? Master Reboot, The Maw, not The Mall, The Maw. Max Payne, Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne, Max Payne 3. My favorite Max Payne is Max Payne 1. I think it's so goofy, the cutscenes are so funny, and the gameplay is very fun. It looks goofy as hell. Look at his face. Look at his face. Wait, that. Max Payne 2 is probably my least favorite. I think it's good. I feel like the story's a bit more boring. And Max Payne 3 doesn't even feel like a Max Payne game. Gameplay wise it does, but I feel like I'm playing like as Walter White for some reason. I admit, it's not just because he's bald, he literally looks like Walter White. and he's just like always popping drugs, and it's a very depressing game art direction wise. There's all these weird neon scenes. If you played the game, you know. Axe, The Curse of Brotherhood, McPixel 3, Medal of Honor, the 2010 reboot. Here, Medal of Honor, I really enjoyed this game. It has a great campaign. Also, I enjoyed Warfighter, but a lot of people hate that one. Mediterranean Inferno. We come to the Mega Man games. Mega Man 11. I have not played any of these, by the way. I've maybe tried the first couple Mega Man games, but I always quit because they're so damn hard. Mega Man 11, Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection Volume 1, Volume 2, Mega Man Legacy Collection, Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, Mega Man X Dive Offline, Mega Man X Legacy Collection, Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2, Mega Man 0 ZX Legacy Collection. So many collections, guys. The Messenger, you need to play The Messenger if you have not played this game. It's so hilarious. The writing in this is impeccable. I love this game. The Messenger has the best soundtrack, the best gameplay. Oh man, I love The Messenger. Funny thing is, I've never actually finished it. I got to that point where the game sort of like tricks you, and I was like, oh haha, I'm done with the game, right? And it was like, no, you're not. And then I just stopped playing it, but I definitely need to go back and finish it because I did love this game. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, the funnest Metal Gear game, but it's not a Metal Gear game, it's Metal Gear Rising. Great Devil May Cry-ish Metal Gear game. Metro 2033 Redux, Metro Exodus. My favorite Metro game is Exodus. And these games look amazing. They look beautiful, even though the world in them is so messed up. Metro Last Light Redux, Miasma Chronicles, Shadow of Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, Middle-earth, Shadow of War. I've never actually tried Shadow of War. I did try Shadow of Mordor, but I still have yet to even really get into this game. Midnight Fight Express, I tried this once, did not enjoy it. Mighty Gunvolt, Mighty Gunvolt Burst, Mighty number 9. Shout out to the Mega Man creator, Mini Ninjas Minute, Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I have never tried the second one, but I've heard bad things about it. I think it's more open world than the original. I played this a lot on the PlayStation 3. This game is great. I love the parkour in it. Mitsurugi Kamui Hikai, don't know what that is. Monster Hunter Rise, I bought this in a bundle. I'm not a huge fan of Monster Hunter, but I figured it's cheap if I ever want to try it. Monster Hunter Rise, I think it came with the expansions as well. And Monster Hunter World, Monster Prom 3 Monster Road Trip, Monster Slayer, Monster's Den Book of Dread, Moonlighter, Moonstone Island, Morbid, The Seven Acolytes, Mortal Kombat 11, the last Mortal Kombat game that I will ever probably buy. Mortal Kombat 11 is great. Those microtransactions, man, I cannot stand them. Mortal Kombat X, great game. Mortal Shell, Miss Explosion Man, Mud, The Mummy Demastered, some random tie-in game to that Mummy movie that came out with Tom Cruise. It's so weird, like why is this a tie-in? And this is probably way better than that movie ever was. The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, Murdered Soul Suspect. This is a game where you have to solve your own murder after you're murdered. Psychological thriller, let's say. Muse Dash, Musings, My Little Universe, My Lovely Daughter, N++, Dungeon Master, Narcos, Rise of the Cartels, one of the best games of all time. Played this on Switch. I haven't really played this better looking version, but it's probably terrible just like the Switch version. Need for Speed, this was the online only Need for Speed game that came out in 2016, I want to say 2015, 2016, somewhere around that time. It was quite good. The story was very interesting to me for some reason. The characters were goofy as hell, but I enjoyed the story. I for some reason stopped playing it when I was like getting really close to the end. I have no idea why, but I was playing on PS4. Need for Speed Heat, ever tried it? Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered, the PS3 generation Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Need for Speed Most Wanted, this was the 2010 one, I think, not the 2005. I think everyone loves that Most Wanted more. Need for Speed Payback, Need for Speed Rivals, Need for Speed Unbound, New Tales from the Borderlands, Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom, Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered, Two amazing looking games. Still have not played them. Nier Automata. Everyone talks so highly about this Nier Automata game. Automata. I bought it when it released. I played maybe an hour or so. Thought it was kind of strange how the gameplay would change around, but I definitely need to play this because I do have it here, so I forgot I had it. So maybe soon. Neo 2 the complete edition. I got this with some bundle, I think. Nippon Marathon, No More Heroes, and No More Heroes 2. I bought these on sale because I was in a No More Heroes mood. Was interested in them because of the third one. Nobody Saves the World, Oaken, Observer System Redux, Oddworld. I got a whole bunch of these Oddworld games in a bundle that was a couple of dollars, like $1 or $2, which is insane. How are they making any profit on that? Oddworld, The World Apes Exodus, Munch's Odyssey. I believe this is sort of a remaster. Not sure though. Refreshingly Twisted. The World Stranger's Wrath HD. The World Apes Odyssey New and Tasty. The World Soulstorm Enhanced Edition. This is the newest Oddworld game. The Oil Blue Okami HD. I have never played this Capcom game, but hopefully one day I will get to it. Old World, Omnibian War, Onde, One Strike, Oniken, Onimusha Warlords. I'm excited for that new Onimusha game, but it's just crazy in general that we are getting a new Onimusha game. We got this remastered Warlords edition on PlayStation 4 in 2018. We really didn't see anything after that. Now we're getting a remaster for 2 and a new game, so hopefully they do remaster 3 and 4 one day. Orcs Must Die 3, Ori and the Blind Forest, Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. I just bought this because I thought the art style looked great and beautiful. Never really played them though. I do need to buy the second one eventually so I can play them both in sequence. OTXO, Out There Oceans of Time, Outlast, Outlast 2. Outlast, definitely not my type of games. Sort of like stealth first person horror games where you kind of have to like change out the batteries on your camera for some reason. I always thought they look good, but I've never really gotten into them. Overgrowth, a game I don't own, part of the family thing. Overlord Raising Hell, Overlord Fellowship of Evil, Overlord 2. Pacific Drive, I think I just got this for free like a month ago or so through Humble Choice. I was very interested in it since it was announced. You are like in a car or something. Look it up if you're interested. Pac-Man Museum Plus, Painkiller Black Edition, The Pale Beyond, Pandemonium, Panzer Dragoon Remake. I've never really played the Panzer Dragoon games on the Sega, what was it? There was one on the Sega Saturn, and then I want to say there was one on the original Xbox. Was that Orta? I'm not sure. The Pathless, Pathologic Classic HD, Payday the Heist. This is my favorite Payday the Heist game. I played it a lot on the PlayStation 3 and mostly by myself. It is a multiplayer game. You saw banks. I don't play with people, so I played this a lot by myself. Payday 2, never really got into. The Pegasus Expedition, Peggle. I almost said Payday 3. People Playground, Perfect, Persona 4 Golden, still need to play this. Persona 5 Strikers, PGA Tour 2K21, again part of that sports bundle I bought. Pinball FX 3, Pix the Cat, A Plague Tale Innocence, and A Plague Tale Requiem. Shout out to my friends Oscar and Joel. They really enjoy these games. These games are great. Plague Tale Innocence I would say is better technically. It is a more concise and shorter game. Plague Tale Requiem is a little more open, but I do think the story might be better in this one. Plants vs Zombies, if you have not played Plants vs Zombies, why are you doing that? It is such a disservice to yourself. Go play Plants vs Zombies, it's so fun. Love the soundtrack too. Played Up, Portal 2. Believe it or not, I still have yet to play Portal. Everyone raves about this game. This is basically when Valve stopped making games back in 2011. Power Punch 2, Prey, Prince of Persia. Okay, so if you guys don't know, Prince of Persia was a huge series back during the PlayStation 2 days. The original Xbox, GameCube days. Ubisoft sort of killed off Prince of Persia to bring Assassin's Creed to the front, since Assassin's Creed did pop off with that first entry in 2008, I want to say 2007. I love Prince of Persia. I sort of have like a love-hate relationship with Assassin's Creed because of that. And Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, love this game. It's such a classic. Warrior Within is probably my favorite one, even though it has maybe the worst soundtrack. It just plays one song over and over again whenever you're near someone, let's say. Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones I enjoy, but not as much as the other two. The Forgotten Sands is a movie tie-in to that movie released with Jake Gyllenhaal. Sort of a tie-in, not really. It's its own game, but it sort of follows a story in a way. They released it around that time so that people would buy it. I enjoy it. I think it's quite good. Not a lot of people do. This is the 2008 Prince of Persia, where you basically can't die. I think the art style in this is very good. Weird that you can't die in the game. Every time you get near death or you fall off of something, that girl Alika, I think her name is, just saves you. But the combat in this is quite good. Project Playtime, don't know why this is here. Project Snowblind, Project Warlock, Prophecy 1, Prototype 2. These are very fun games. They sort of remind me of that old Hulk Ultimate Destruction game. Quake, Quantum Conundrum, The Quiet Man. I've heard this is an amazing game, also with great acting. I need to play this, by the way. Considered one of the worst games of all time. Racine, Rage 2. I played a bit of this one on the PS3. Rage in Peace, Railroad Tycoon 2, Railroad Tycoon 3, Rain on Your Parade. Looks interesting. Ravenbound, Realms of Ancient War, Rayman Legends, Rayman Origins. Two very beautifully crafted 2D platformers. These two, some of the best Ubisoft titles. Receiver, Recore Definitive Edition. Recore honestly looks kind of good. Like, maybe I'll try it one day. Doesn't look too bad. I don't know why people complain about it. Red Dead Redemption 2, great game, came out back during 2018, so it obviously did not get my game of the year. Not that my game of the year matters to anyone. It was basically the follow-up to my game of the year, God of War. I enjoyed God of War much more. Red Dead Redemption 2, while it is an amazing game graphically and technically, it is, the story is quite good. It's a prequel to Red Dead Redemption 1, which is kind of weird. It's called 2, but it's really 1. I enjoyed the story and everything. I don't know. I didn't really love Arthur Morgan. Everyone kind of loves him. And also I feel like there's a lot of weak points in the story, like when you go to that island. But yeah, Red Death, Red Faction Armageddon, Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered, or a remaster of Red Faction Guerrilla. Obviously, quite unique name there with remastered. Red Faction Armageddon, Red Faction 2 and 1 are first-person shooters that came out back during the PlayStation 2 generation. I enjoyed this one quite a bit. I did play more of this one though. Armageddon, considered to be weaker out of these two. This was released in 2011. I have not played too much of this one, but I have tried Guerrilla and put more time into that one. I never finished it though. Red Johnson's Chronicles 1 and 2. The Red Lantern, Redout 2. Remember Me, the Capcom Don't Nod game. This was meant to be a Sony or PlayStation exclusive back on the PlayStation 3, but they didn't pick that game up to be an exclusive, so Capcom backed it. Remnant 2, Remnant Records, Remothered Broken Porcelain, Remothered Tormented Fathers. Sort of some weird names here. Resident Evil, the GameCube game remastered. Resident Evil 0, same thing. Not really into the older Resident Evil game. Like I love them, right? They're classics, and I've watched like gameplay videos of them and stuff, but I'm not really into the whole find an ink ribbon and or you can't save type of thing. Resident Evil 2 remake, love this remake. It's amazing. The gameplay is so fun in this. Resident Evil 3, really enjoyed this one as well. A lot of people have problems with this one, with what they cut out of the game. Did platinum both of these on PlayStation. Resident Evil 4 remake, this is gonna be a hot take. I think this is a great game. I don't think it's as amazing as people say. I think as a remake, it's great. Prefer the original Resident Evil 4 from 2005. I love that game. It's basically my favorite game of all time, tied with The Last of Us. I can't choose. I'm happy it happened. I just wouldn't play it over this one, I would say, if I had to choose one, right? Resident Evil 5, really loved this game back during 2009. I really enjoyed playing it in the co-op, and it's really fun. Resident Evil 6, don't love it. I think it's a decent game, but it's a horrible Resident Evil game. Resident Evil, well, maybe not horrible, it's not dead aim. All right, Resident Evil 7, Biohazard. I really enjoyed the way they made it into a first-person game. They basically reinvented Resident Evil as a first-person horror game. Resident Evil sort of needed it, you know, but I'm still a bigger fan of the third-person Resident Evil games. I'm not the biggest fan of the first-person direction. Overall, these are great horror games. Resident Evil Village, I really enjoy those two games, but I definitely do prefer the third-person ones. Resident Evil Resistance and Resident Evil Reverse, best multiplayers ever. Resident Evil Revelations and Revelations 2, I prefer Revelations 1. Originally came out on 3DS and then was remade or remastered for PS3 and Wii U. Resident Evil Revelations 2 is more episodic take on Resident Evil. I enjoyed it. It's just kind of weird that it was episodic. It was around the time that Telltale had their games going and Life is Strange was episodic, so everyone was sort of trying their foot in that. Resident Evil Village, it's not my favorite Resident Evil game for sure. I think it's very fun. I enjoy those first sections more than the last section of the game. Once you sort of deal with Heisenberg, I feel like it's one of the worst boss fights. I didn't really enjoy that one as much. And then the final boss fight, I did not enjoy at all. Return to Castle Wolfenstein, Rico London, Ricochet, Ridge Racer Unbounded, Riptide GP Renegade, Riptide GP 2, Rise of the Tomb Raider, my second favorite of the Tomb Raider reboot series, Risk of Rain 2, River City Girls and River City Girls 2. I have not played River City Girls 2 yet, but I have completed River City Girls. I completed it on PlayStation 5 and I thought it was great. The art style is awesome in this. River City Girls 0, Road 96, RoboCop Rogue City, Rock of Ages 3 Make and Break, Rocket Knight Rogue Legacy, Rogue State Revolution, Rogue Trooper Redux, Rogue Warrior, Rogue Book, Rounds, Ruiner, Run Gun Jump Gun, what the heck? Rise Son of Rome. This is made by Crytek, developers of Crysis. Story was great. I thought the gameplay was a bit repetitive at times. I enjoyed it though. It's sad that we never got a sequel to this. Sorta does end on a cliffhanger. The Saboteur, interesting art style in a sort of GTA type of clone. Saints Row, the game that ended Saints Row 2. Samurai Showdown Neo Geo Collection. This has about maybe 12 games in it. Samurai Showdown 5 Special. Sayonara Wild Hearts. If you guys have not played Sayonara Wild Hearts, man, go play that. It's described as an album cover game. It's an arcadey game where the soundtrack of the game is playing during the whole gameplay basically, so you're kind of playing along to the music and it's very fun. The music is so amazing in this game. Scars Above, Scary Girl, Scheming Through the Zombie Apocalypse, Scorn, I hated this game. Second Sight, I thought it was really boring. Scorn. Second Sight, Serial Cleaner, Serious Sam 2, Serious Sam 3 BFE, Serious Sam 4, Serious Sam Fusion 2017. I need to play these. They look sort of like Doom clones, but a little more arcadey. Serious Sam HD, the first encounter. Serious Sam HD, the second encounter. Severed Steel, I did play this a lot. I thought it was quite good, a sort of first person Hotline Miami-esque. I just call every game that's sort of like this, where you have to enter a room and clear the enemies out, and when you die you restart the section again. Every game that is like that I call Hotline Miami-esque. Just know that in advance from now on. But Shadow Man Remastered, I have a unique connection with Shadow Man. I love Shadow Man. It's one of those games that I played back on the Nintendo 64 and I was just intrigued by it for some reason. And I never played Shadow Man, the second game, on PlayStation 2, but for some reason out of nowhere, right, I wasn't even thinking about Shadow Man, and they got a remaster like in the last 6 years or so, I think. And I was like, what is this random game from my past coming back? Like, why did they do this? It's kind of random. Shadow the Tomb Raider, this game is really good. It's very underrated. A lot of people kind of trash on this one. Laura is definitely a worse character in this. She's sort of a monster when you really think about it. In this last one, she puts people's lives in danger and destroys the world because of her addiction to collecting treasures. Shadow Warrior 2, Shadow Warrior 3 Definitive Edition. Still have yet to play these Shadow Warrior games. Shadowgate McVenture series, Shank 2. I think these games are delisted everywhere when it comes to like 360 and PS3. Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, Shantae and the Seven Sirens, Shantae Half Genie Hero Ultimate Edition, Shantae Risky's Revenge Director's Cut. Again, guys, there's so many games to play. Shaq Fu, A Legend Reborn, Shatter, Shenmue 1 and 2, Shenmue 3. Have yet to play Shenmue. Shock Troopers, Shock Troopers Second Squad, Civilization 6, Sid Meier's Railroads, Sifu. Sifu is an awesome fighting game. If you guys don't remember, it was nominated for Best Fighting Game at the Game Awards, even though it's not a fighting game. Sifu is an amazing game. I platinumed it twice on PlayStation 5, then I downloaded the PS4 version on PS5 to platinum it again because I enjoyed my time with this so much. A very hard game sometimes, but if you kind of learn the rhythm of the game, you could kind of get through it easily. It's just about learning the game, getting good, I guess, as some people say with Souls games. Silence, Silent Hill Homecoming, Silt, Cinemora X, Singularity. Singularity is an awesome first-person shooter made by Raven. They are now working on Call of Duty for the rest of their lives, probably. Sir Whoopass, Slain Back from Hell, Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. If you guys don't know, this was meant to be True Crime Hong Kong, but eventually became Sleeping Dogs after, I believe, THQ shut down. Slime Sun, Snake Pass, Sniper, Ghost Warrior 2, Ghost Warrior 3. I would say these 3 games, I'm amazed that they got 3 games out of this series because I'm pretty sure they're not rated good. It must have sold well. I'm pretty sure the first one, at least on PS3 and 360, sold like 2 or 3 million, maybe 1 million, but back then that was a lot. SNK vs Capcom, The Match of the Millennium, Snowtopia, Solar Ash, another one of those games that I've had in my backlog forever. Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform Collection, one of the best kart racers on the market. Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut. I love Sonic Adventure 1. I have not played much of 2, but yeah, man, the music in Sonic Adventure is amazing. I love it so much. Sonic Generations, Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1 and Episode 2. These, I think, are rated terribly, or people hate these or something like that. I don't know why. I think it's because technically it's the 4th Sonic the Hedgehog game, as you see there with the 4, but it's split into 2 episodes for some reason. This was back when games were being released digitally only. So maybe that pissed some people off because the 4th entry was released like that. Soul Axiom rebooted. Soul Calibur 6, I'm a huge fan of Soul Calibur 2 and Soul Calibur 4. I've never really played 6 though. Solstice, Space Crew Legendary Edition, A Space for the Unbound. I bought this because the art style looked very good. The Sparkle 3 Genesis, Sparklight, Spec Ops The Line. This is now delisted from everything, so even if I said go and buy this, you can. I think it's not on Steam. The only way to buy this is physically on PS3 and 360, or if you already have it on Steam, then you can play it there. Spec Ops The Line, amazing game. Amazing third person psychological shooter. Deserved more than what it got. It didn't sell that well. If you guys have it in your library or if you have it at home physically, definitely play it. It's awesome. Split Second, SpongeBob SquarePants, The Cosmic Shake, Sprawl, Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I have still yet to play these remakes. Stalker, Call of Peru, Stalker, Clear Sky. Got all these Stalker games in a bundle, I think. Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I love this game, it has an amazing story, right? Star Wars Dark Forces, Star Wars Jedi Outcast, Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. I really only played, I think, this first or second one back on the original Xbox. I had like the little screen that you would put on the Xbox, and I would play it on there all day. For some reason, don't remember much of it. Star Wars Republic Commando, a first-person shooter, sort of a squad-based game. Star Wars Squadrons, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, and The Force Unleashed 2. I love these games. God of War-esque copycats, but they were great. Starship Troopers Tehran Command, State of Decay 2, State of Decay Year 1. I enjoy these games, but survival games. I'm not into those games where you have to like craft stuff. I was kind of hoping these would be more story focused, but they're fun to play sometimes for me. State of Mind, Station to Station, Stealth Bastard Deluxe, Stealth Inc. 2, Steel Rising, Sticky Business, Storm Boy, Stranded, Alien Dawn, Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. I have not played this one at all. I need to get to it. Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. This comes with most of the Street Fighter games. Love Street Fighter, especially the alpha games. Street Fighter 5, SRS Street Racing Syndicate, Strider, Stubbs, the Zombie, and Rebel Without a Pulse. This used to be a really expensive game on the original Xbox, but since there was that this remaster here, it came out physically, I think, and the price dropped down. You could get this for like $10 new on PS4, I think. It's crazy. Styx, Master of Shadows, Sundered Eldritch Edition, Sunset Overdrive, a game by Insomniac Games, guys that made Spider-Man. You know, they're owned by Sony now. Super 3D Noah's Ark, Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission, Super Hunchback, Super Mutant Alien Assault, Super Perils of Baking, another game by Lilymo Games. This was sort of like a remake of the old Perils of Baking, but I still have not played it. Super Star Path, The Surge 2, Survivalist, The Swapper, another game that I played and had a great gameplay mechanic, but I never really went back to it. Switchblade, Siberia, Symphony of War, the Nephilim Saga, System Shock 2 Classic, System Shock Classic, System Shock Enhanced Edition, Tales and Tactics, Tales from the Borderlands, Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. I have never really gone into the Tales games. Maybe I will one day. Team Fortress Classic, TMNT Shredder's Revenge. Still need to play that. Tekken 7, a very fun fighting game. Telling Lies, Terraformers, Heir of Hemosaurus, There Is No Light, They Always Run. This means Warp. Titanfall 2, a very fun first-person shooter by some of the people that worked on Call of Duty. This game didn't sell well because of Battlefield 1. For some reason, EA thought it was a good idea to release them in the same month. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Desert Siege, Ghost Recon Island Thunder. This is my favorite Ghost Recon game, basically the only one I've ever played. Future Soldier is a very fun third-person shooter. I've also played Wildlands though, Ghost Recon Wildlands. This I thought was very fun as well, but I kind of dropped off from it. Rainbow Six Vegas 2, I enjoy these two. Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. For some reason I don't have the other one, Pandora's Tomorrow. I thought I had that. Tom Clancy's The Division. Tomb Raider, my favorite out of the reboot trilogy. Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 3, Tomb Raider Last Revelation, Tomb Raider Chronicles. Not a huge fan of these. The gameplay on them sucks. Do have that remastered version. Tomb Raider 4? Is this 4 or 6? The Angel of Darkness. Wait, this is 6. What the heck? Yeah. Tomb Raider Anniversary. Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remastered starring Lara Croft. This is a remake of those first 3 Tomb Raider games. Need to get to this eventually as well. Tomb Raider Legend, Tomb Raider Underworld, Total War Pharaoh Dynasties, Tabs, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. This is a very funny game. I always see my nephews playing it. I've never tried it myself though. Totally Accurate Battlegrounds, I don't know what this is. Tower of Time, The Town of Light, Toy Story 3, the video game, one of the best tie-in games of all time. Trail Out, Train Valley 2, Transformers Earthspark Expedition, another one of those games in that kid bundle. Trepang 2, I heard it was a great first person Call of Duty zombie-esque mode game, so I bought it. Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion, Turok 2 Seeds of Evil, Twin Breaker, A Sacred Symbols Adventure, another game by Limo, Twin Mirror, Twinkle Star Sprites, 2 Point Campus, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I would say probably my favorite Marvel vs. Capcom game when it comes to the gameplay. Ultra Street Fighter 4, The Unfinished Swan, The Uninvited, Universe for Sale, Unpacking. I need to play this. This seems very interesting. You kind of play as someone that's moving throughout their life. Urban Trial Freestyle, Urban Trial Playground, Urban Trial Tricky. I wasn't aware that there was a third Urban Trial game, but it's sort of like copycats of the Trials games. Valfaris, Valiant Hearts The Great War, Vampire Survivors. I only bought this because I had a Steam Deck, but I've never really played it. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, Vanishing of Ethan Carter Redux. I'm guessing this is maybe like a better looking version. Vanquish, an awesome game by makers of, is it Bayonetta? Yeah, this is an awesome shooter. If you guys have not played this, definitely play it. Velocity Ultra, Venva, Toria 3, Violet. I don't know what this is, but Viscera Cleanup, Dito, Shadow Warrior. Is this like a mod game? Voltage High Society, The Walking Dead Destinies. And this game was fun. It's terrible. I put in, what does it say there? 6 hours? This game is terrible. Like the voice acting from the people that are playing the supposed characters from the show, like Rick, they're so bad. You can't save them, Rick. You're not strong enough. And meanwhile, you're just like shooting Shane in the head with the shotgun like he's a boss fight like 20 times. But yeah, you guys definitely need to try The Walking Dead Destinies. I had a fun time with it. The Walking Dead, the Telltale Definitive Series. Love the Telltale Walking Dead games. That first season is amazing, has an amazing story. The ending is so sad. Season 2 I thought was amazing as well. I enjoyed playing as Clem. Season 3 I thought was really good, while not as good as the other 2 seasons. The final season also solid. Not amazing, but solid. A solid way to end it, I would say. Warbox, Warhammer 40k Battle Sector, Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun. Oh, this is that like old style shooter type one. Warhammer 40k Dark Tide, Warhammer Space Marine Anniversary Edition. This is the remaster of Space Marine. I definitely enjoyed this back on the PS3, but I have not played it since. I just bought it because it got remastered. Warhammer Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin, Warp, Watch Dogs, Watch Dogs 2. I enjoyed Watch Dogs back when it came out. There's a lot of negative stuff around it with how much they were showing this game. Basically, it looked much better than when it released in the trailers when it first was announced, and pissed off a lot of people. Never played Watch Dogs 2 though. Watchmen, The End is Nigh, The End is Nigh Part 2. I enjoy these sort of like beat 'em ups. West of Dead, When Skylifts Go Wrong, Whispering Willows, White Day, A Labyrinth Named School, White Day VR, White Noise Online, The Witcher, the original Witcher. Never gonna play this because it's so old it probably doesn't play well. Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings, and Witcher 3. I had played Witcher 3 for maybe like 15-ish hours or so, and well, I dropped that. Bought it when it first released, but yeah, not a huge fan of Witcher. Wolfenstein 3D, maybe one day I'll go back to Witcher. Wolfenstein 3D, Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus, still haven't played this one. Wolfenstein The New Order, this is a great first-person shooter. This is the only Wolfenstein I've played. The Old Blood, this is like an expansion to The New Order. Wolfenstein Youngblood, I have tried this one, but didn't really have a good time with it. WWE 2K Battlegrounds, I hate the art style in this. Bring back WWE All-Stars, man. XCOM Enemy Unknown, XCOM UFO Defense, XCOM 2, a whole bunch of XCOMs, CO Drifter, and a great looking little game. 13 Remake, really enjoy the original 13 game right here, 13 Classic. This one was good, they fixed it over time, but still I prefer the original. Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z, a weird soundtrack for this, kind of annoying soundtrack that plays whenever you're fighting enemies. Yakuza 0, my favorite Yakuza game. Yakuza 0 came out in 2018, a prequel to Yakuza 1. That's the best story with Majima and Kiryu-chan. Yakuza 3 Remastered, I really enjoy this one more than most people, because most of the game you are sort of on that beach place with the kids, and I don't know, I just thought it was a fun time. You kind of just sort of laying around until eventually you have to go and do stuff. I had a blast with this one. Yakuza 4 Remastered and Yakuza 5 Remastered, these two games are, especially 5, massive games. I enjoyed them. It's kind of hard to remember all these characters because there's so many of them that are very similar. Yakuza 6 The Song of Life, this was supposed to be the last game with Kiryu, but we all know that wasn't. The ending was sort of crazy. I enjoyed the ending when we did get to it eventually after like 40-50 hours. Yakuza Kiwami, a remake of Yakuza 1 from the PS2. Yakuza Kiwami 2, I think Yakuza Kiwami 2 is a better game overall, but Kiwami was good, I guess. Yakuza Like a Dragon, the main reason I played all these games in the span of a couple months was to play Like a Dragon, and I never played it. So yeah, this is the current Yakuza game I haven't played. I do need to play this so I can play the other one. I did try the one where Kiryu's like a samurai, but I did not enjoy that one. I was just confused because there was all these Yakuza characters with different names, so I was just so confused on who was who. Yesterday Origins, Halele and the Impossible Lair, You Suck at Parking, Complete Edition, Parking, UP Psycho, Ziggurat, Zoetti Zombie. This game came out back on the Wii U as Zombie U and then was ported to other consoles. That's what it's called, Zombie. I love this game because it's a zombie game, and I love all zombie games mostly. Zombie Army Trilogy, don't love this one. Probably because isn't this like a wave mode game? That's not my thing. Zombies 8, My Neighbors, and Goal Patrol. This is a collection of 2 classics. And Zuma Deluxe, guys, never played this one, but I think I got it super cheap for like 50 cents or $1 or something like that. Yeah, guys, but that is, wow, 1,067 games, give or take. So over 1,000 games already after 3 or 4 years. I buy a lot of these games because of sales, stuff like that. So that's probably why I have a lot of games. More games than most people that have been playing on Steam for more than me. So yeah, I'm very dedicated now to Steam. 1,067 games. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. Let me know how many games are in your Steam library. Is this too many games to have after a couple years? Let me know, guys. Thank you for checking out the video. I know it's a very long video, so I appreciate you guys if you did stay till the end. Sort of a podcast video, not a podcaster though. Like and share if you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, guys, bye.